If this news by Buster Olney is true about Shohei Ohtani, things could get very interesting for the New York Yankees over the next couple weeks. What's going on, guys? It's the King of 161st Street. I'm back with another video, and let's talk about this now. Buster Olney comes out and says if Shohei is made available on the trade market, the teams that would be in on Shohei are the Yankees, the Rangers, and the Rays. Because we have a reason to, and we have the prospect pool too. Now, before I get into what the Yankees should do about this, let's go into what I think it would cost, okay? So there's two ways you can look at this. One, he only has 2 months left on his deal. His contract expires at the end of the season. He's done. Then he could go to any team he wants. So as the Yankees, you're not going to give up the king's ransom for a guaranteed 2 months. So if we cannot get a guarantee on his deal, the trade should be Yankees receive Shohei, Angels receive Oswald Peraza, Everson Pereira, Will Warren, Clayton Beeter, Josh Donaldson. Again, not the biggest king's ransom. We still keep Jason Dominguez. We still keep Spencer Jones. And we get Shohei just based off the fact that he is not guaranteed to be here. That would be, in my opinion, the most likely scenario. I could see a scenario where people say, look, he's worth more than that just based on the amount of value he brings pitching and hitting. Okay, but again, I'm not giving you a king's ransom for 2 months. Now, this is the more conspiratorial side of me talking. If the Yankees were able to either A, talk with Shohei somehow, some way, maybe bend some rules in Major League Baseball's CBA, talk with him, say, hey, sign an extension with LA, then they will trade you here. If we were able to get that, which is, again, very conspiratorial and very much outlandish, but if that were to happen, you throw them the book. You say, all right, what do you want? Jason, done. You want Jones? Done. Austin Wells? Done. You want that along with everything I was going to give you for the 2 months? Done. Shohei is such a different type of player that he would be worth giving up your top 5 prospects, plus number 10 and number 13. It would be worth that. That's how sick of a player Shohei Ohtani is. Now, what should the Yankees do about this? Because, look, if you're the Angels, there's no way he's not available right now. Because if he's not available, you're playing a game of Russian roulette. Because Mike Trout is out 5 weeks with a hamate fracture. You have Shohei, who's missed a couple starts. It doesn't look good for their playoff hopes. So knowing it's not looking good for their playoff hopes, what reason does Shohei have to stay? Now, you would be playing Russian roulette because there's a small chance that his relationship with Mike Trout and the rest of the team is just too strong and he just wants to play in LA. They don't even have that type of money anymore. They gave that money to Mike and Rendon. Rendon's become a bust, and now they have to try and recoup that. They can't start spending that money, like $600 million, on a guy like Shohei Ohtani. It's not the biggest market team out there. So the combination of lack of team success, along with just not having the amount of money that would suit a guy like Shohei Ohtani, leads you to believe he's most likely gone. So if he's most likely gone, or if you're the Angels front office, what are you thinking in this moment? You are thinking, we cannot lose him for nothing. This is a generational talent that if you let walk for nothing, you will regret for the rest of your career in the front office. It may ruin your career as a front office position. So you would think he is definitely on the market right now. You would think that they would be fielding offers. We have not gotten any confirmations that they've been fielding offers, but again, there's a lot of things they do behind the scenes that these insiders don't know. These insiders probably do know some things that they're not telling you. They're definitely fielding offers. The Angels must be panicking because, again, their playoff hopes are dwindling. If they don't make the playoffs, they don't have much of a case to keep him. The Angels could be well within reason to trade him to the Yankees. And the Yankees have reason to because we're in control of our destiny. We're only one game out of a playoff spot right now. We still don't have Judge, but we're still 6 to 8 games over 500. We control our destiny. If we can get a guy like Shohei Ohtani to put in the position, we can wait for Judge. It's okay that Judge doesn't come back right away because we got this monster Shohei Ohtani waiting on the wings, willing to step up in his absence. That makes us true title contenders, not just playoff contenders, title contenders. It makes the bullpen much better because you would be able to say, fuck you, Clark Schmidt, get out of here. You would be able to throw him in the bullpen or just literally say, screw you, go to the bench. But that, along with the fact that you would get a consistent bat, that bat's left-handed, by the way, that can work well in Yankee Stadium. It seems like a match made in heaven. Now, what would I do in this situation? To be honest, if I'm the Yankees and I'm actually willing to spend that type of money, I'm probably waiting till free agency. Again, there's no reason to give up prospects for 2 months of service time. The only reason would be we need someone in place of Judge. If we don't get a guy in place of Judge, this thing falls apart. I just don't know if the guy you have to be putting in place of Judge has to be a guy of that type of caliber to where you have to give up so much of your prospect pool. But again, the Yankees don't ever give up any of their prospect pool, so there's no reason to keep that around for multiple trades in the future because they don't do those types of trades. And to be honest, they don't have the best track record in terms of prospects panning out. So I could see both sides of this where we say they're not trusting Oswald Peraza right now to come up, obviously, because he should be in place of Donaldson. They are slowly rolling Spencer Jones forward. Everson Pereira, who the fuck knows what's happening with him? You have guys like Will Warren, don't know exactly what's happening in that situation. You have Elijah Dunham, who I don't think is really up to where he was supposed to be in his development. There's these questions right here make you think a trade like that, if it were to be the trade I just laid out. And again, I'm not the best with minor league baseball, so I could be completely off base with what I'm saying in terms of that trade. But if it is something along those lines, you could see the reasoning why someone would say, just pull the trigger. I don't care if it's 2 months or 10 years, pull the trigger. Because these prospects aren't coming up, and we need a bat. We need a bat, and we need a guy that can carry us through this time without Judge. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.